Disney presents from Fantasyland, the Coyote's Lament. And now your host, Walt Disney.
That's the sound of one of nature's craftiest creatures, the coyote, or sometimes called Coyote. Now, man has never had a very high opinion of this animal. In fact, Mark Twain perhaps best described the general feeling toward him when he wrote, "The coyote is a long, slim, sick, and sorry-looking skeleton with a gray wolfskin stretched over it, a bushy tail that forever sags, a furtive and evil eye, and a long, sharp face. He has a general slinking expression all over. The coyote is a living, breathing allegory of want. He was always hungry, he was always poor, out of luck, and friendless." Well, that's what man thinks about the coyote. But there are always two sides to every story. And our story presents the coyote side. What he thinks about man, and especially about man's best friend, the dog. It's titled, The Coyote's Lament.
Yow! Yip, 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 yow! Yip, 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 yow!
Well, son, we ought to have some fine singing tonight. There's a full moon and clear weather.
Gee, Pappy, I sure like good singing. You like good singing, Grandpappy?
Oh, yeah, Sonny. I used to do plenty of that operatic yowling myself. Now, just listen there to this. I can still cut her, I think. Yip, 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 yoo! Guess old pipes are a little rusty. Ah, heck with it. I didn't want to do it in the first place.
Yow! 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 Yow!
Dadgummit, there's that dog again. Son, don't you go having no truck with that dog.
Your pappy's right, Sonny. Remember, you're a coyote, and we was here long before he moved in.
Damn. Ever since he got himself civilized, he don't know when to hush up.
No, it's just awful. Man spoiled him like everything else.
Yip, 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 yow!
Now, just listen there to this.
Yip, 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 yow!
Oh, we once had a home where we just loved to roam and hunt rabbits and squirrels all day.
Then man moved west and did his darn best to chase all our victuals away.
He built corrals and pens for the lambs and the hens, and he fenced in the open prairie. There is no doubt he's crowding us out. He's making life plain misery.
Yip, 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 yow! Yip, 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 yay!
We howl all night and we prowl all day.
Yip, 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 yow! Yip, 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 yee!
You made our life plain misery.
Ow!
You made our life plain misery.
Yep, Sonny. Before man and his dog settled in our prairie home, things was a lot different around here.
No, you're that bird right, it was. There's plenty of wild turkey, prairie dogs, and rabbits, but when that doggone dog moved in, our menu moved out.
You mean all the food ran away?
Oh, it sure did. So your grandpappy here decided to make a change in our eating habits.
Yeah, that's right, young'un. One morning I was looking over the countryside and I spotted something mighty interesting. Now, it's a long time ago. Your pappy's about same size you are. Now, after getting your pappy's attention, we moved in closer to investigate. And there it was. Nice fat stewing hen. Oh, imagine my surprise when I found that dog had pulled a switch on me. Your pappy was in that nest.
You took our domain, this is plain inhumane, made our life an intolerable one.
You hung a price around our old necks and hunted us with dog traps and guns.
Oh, our life would be grand if you'd just leave our land. We were here before you, don't you see?
So pack your bag and move her away and give back our lonesome prairie. Yip, 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 yow, yip, 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 yay. We howl all night and we prowl all day. Yip, 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 yow, yip, 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 yee. You made our life a misery. Oh,
Yes, sir, son. Ever since man and his dog arrived, they've been giving us a bad time.
No, they sure have. They put up wanted posters and set coyote getters everywhere.
Well, after a little study, you learn how to handle these darn things. But you got to be careful. They can be mighty tricky.
Did you learn how, Pappy?
Yeah, he learned the hard way, son. That's why he's known as old two-toe. Now, show him how to get that bait.
Well, if that dog's master only knew it, we coyotes do lots of good for him.
You mean like stealing them chickens?
Oh, no, son. You see his cows down there grazing on that nice tall grass? Well, rabbits like that grass too. Same as with prairie dogs, gophers, and ground squirrels. Why, he'd be neck deep in varmints if we didn't police him a little.
How you mean, Pappy?
Well, it's a simple problem of figures. They multiply and we subtract, so it comes out about even.
Yep, Sonny, we're what's known as the balance of nature.
Gee, Pappy, I didn't know he could sing.
Well, he tries once in a while. You know, I hate to admit it, but that dog is a relative of ours.
You mean he's a cousin?
Well, kind of a shirt-tail cousin, very distant. Goes way back to the old Canis family. Nothing at all to worry about.
But his ancestors was real hunters, like us. Then man came along and domesticated him.
Tamed out all his dad-blamed instincts.
Down. Sit. Down. Sit. Down. Sit. Come. Stay. Come. Stay. Come. Stay. Roll.
He taught him to pull sleds. And hooked him to wagons like a horse.
Sonny, just think how you'd look hitched up to a wagon.
Trained him to run in races after a stuffed rabbit.
Yeah, he didn't even know the difference from a real one.
They even give him a bath.
You can just imagine what he smelled like after that.
You know, every now and then, man gets to squabbling with his neighbors. They call it war. And then man sends the dog to, of all things, a school.
Hunt! hee, haw. 1, 2, 3, haw. Yes, Dad. Up. 1, 2, 3, haw. 1, 2, 3, haw. Columns right. Hurt. 1, 2, 3, haw. Up.
You know that old dog was supposed to be guarding that camp, and when he realized what had happened, he let out for the tall timber. Yes, sir. He figured if he couldn't beat the coyotes, he just might as well join them.
Oh, you say we're a pest, just a thief of the West, 'cause we live by our wits, don't you see? We love our place, the wide open space, just footloose and all running free. We are scoundrels, you say, and you keep us at bay by the standards that you all have set.
We know you've tried to keep us hog-tied.
We don't want to be a dirt pet. Yip, 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 yow, yip, 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 yay. We howl all night and we prowl all day. Yip, 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 yow, yip, 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 yee. You made our life a misery. Howl, howl. You made our life a misery.
Now, son, back in the good old days, we lived tolerable well, but it wasn't easy.
You bet your life it wasn't. We had to use our wits.
Yeah. Hey, you know how I used to get a turkey dinner?
Did you grab him by the old neck?
No, son. First, I'd locate old Mr. Gobbler up in his tree roost. Then I'd take a hold of my tail,
What for, Pappy?
and I'd spin myself around like a top. Now, old turkey got to keep his eye on me, and before long, he gets himself a dizzy spell.
About then old Mr. Gobbler drops in for dinner.
That was a good one.
Now, you take that mule-headed dog. He couldn't locate a fried chicken. About all he gets to eat is table scraps. I just can't figure out why he wants to be a pet rather than roam the field and woods.
Don't he ever want to be a hunter?
Well, son, after so many years of easy living, he's gotten soft.
Yeah, just flat lazy. But I expect once in a while when he's out in the woods by himself, might be he does hear the call of the wild.
Delicious. Just a minute, pal. Oh, boy. Take it easy. I can explain. Easy now.
We roam on the range, and it all seems plumb strange to exist. We just plain got to cheat. We raid at night, it's sure not quite right.
But man, we just got to eat.
Now whenever we can, we just grab a fat lamb.
We all know it must just give you fits.
It's hard to steal a full course meal when we have to live by our wits. Yip, 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 yow, yip, 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 yay. We howl all night and we prowl all day. Yip, 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 yow, yip, 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 yee. You made our life a misery. Howl, howl. You made our life a misery.
I'll say one thing, son. When Mr. Man moved west, he chased out most of our victuals, but he also brung along some mighty good eats with him.
But he kept them in corrals fenced all around with barbed wire.
Meanwhile, Grandpappy had doubled back on his tracks and lit right in the middle of me and them lambs. But you know, that dog wasn't fur behind. Grandpappy grabbed a lamb and he tore out for home. Well, sir, you know that lamb turned out to be me in sheep's clothing? Grandpappy went plumb loco.
Well, who in the infernal tarnation wouldn't get upset?
But no matter how upsot Grandpappy got, he always kept his wits about him. And you know us coyotes live by our wits. Why, we even taught the Indians a few things.
Gee, I thought them Injuns was real smart.
That's right. But they watched us stalk game and make ourselves invisible.
Golly, got pretty good at it, too. You know, Sonny, all them Injuns got coyote sense.
They do?
Yeah. That means having a good sense of direction. Nobody ever heard tell of a lost coyote.
And the Indians tell a lot of legends about us, too.
Do you know any of them, Grandpappy?
Let me see now, Will. Yeah. One I had a hand in myself. Back in the summer of '06, best I can remember. It is over in the canyon country where Mother Nature had carved out some mighty pretty scenery. Now, you take them odd-shaped rocks in that country. Well, the Indians tell some of the dead-blamedest stories about them that you ever heard of. The best one is one they call Coyote Rock. Well, sir, I was living in that section of the country then, went by the name of Old Bit-tail. Mighty powerful critter I was. Fact is, I was just plumb stout. Now, if I do say so myself, and I will, I had a voice that'd turn an Opry star green with envy. Well, that black one thought he'd seen the biggest coyote in the world sitting on top of them rocks. You know, that darn dog told him wasn't nothing to worry about. That coyote is made out of stone. And son, that's the story behind Coyote Rock, just as the Indians tell it today.
Gee, it sure is great to have a rock named after you.
Yes, sir, boy. And you just always remember, you can be mighty proud that you're a coyote.
I sure am, Pappy.
And another thing, young sprout, if the time ever comes when folks can't hear the song of a coyote, the West is gonna seem a mighty dull place.
We once had a home where we just loved to roam and hunt rabbits and squirrels all day.
Then man moved west and did his darn best to chase all our victuals away.
He built corrals and pens for the lambs and the hens, and he fenced in the open prairie. There is no doubt he's crowding us out. He's making life plain misery. Yip, 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 yow. Yip, 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 yay. We howl all night and we prowl all day. Yip, 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 yow. Yip, 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 yee. You made our life plain misery. You made our life plain misery. Yip, 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 yow. Yip, 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 yow. Yip, 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 yow.
So that's the story of one of the best known but least understood animals in the country. His side of the story, that is.